Chapter 394 Dinner Mansion. As the corpse spirit's words fell, a huge aura rose to the sky and swept across the entire dark palace. Immediately, the great hall was filled with an oppressive feeling. Drink, roar. Subsequently, Brahma Heart and Little Gold also erupted their own auras. And this dark palace, under the impact of the auras of the four great powerhouses, suddenly exploded, revealing the land of white bones outside. The corpse spirit's body rose up into the sky, like a high heavenly god, looking down at the three Kangxia, his icy voice resounding in the white bone land. Kangxia, if you are willing to be taken over by me, not only can I let the two of them leave, I will also send one of them an imperial treasure weapon. Impossible, delusional. Before Kangxia could say anything, Brahma Din and Zijin roared angrily first, and both of them rushed up to the sky at the same time, killing the corpse spirits with an unrivaled aura. Be careful, Kangxia roared at the sight and hurriedly followed. Seek your own death. The corpse spirit snorted coldly and used his palm as a sword, slashing out countless terrifying blade-onings. These blade-ons were so powerful that they directly tore through the void, as if they were instantaneous, while appearing in front of the three Kangxia, instantly drowning them in them. In the midst of the terrifying sea of blade-onings, the Kangxia trio suffered an unprecedentedly heavy blow as their bodies flew out backwards, covered in blood. Damn it, Little Jin roared angrily as he climbed to his feet. Kangxia and Brahma Din, who were covered in blood, also stood up, gazing intently at the corpse spirit in the sky. From the blow just now, it could be seen that they were not in the same class at all, and could not possibly be a match for the corpse spirit, who could easily kill them. Well, I'll give you another chance, corpse spirit sneered. A melon twisted by force was not sweet, although he could seize Kangxion's body. But if Kangxia resisted to the death, there was no guarantee that there would not be problems, and without Kangxion's active co-operation, even if he seized Kangxia, he would still not be a good match for this body of Kangxion's, and such a result would lead to a much lowering of his talent. The corpse spirit obviously didn't want this to happen, which was why he threatened him with the lives of Zijin and Fan Din. Brother, you can't agree to him. I'd rather die than live on, Little Gold roared. Me too. Van Din also had a determined look on her face. It seems that we can only break through the divine separation stage. Looking at Brahma Heart and Little Gold, who had determined faces, a look of determination flashed in Kangxion's eyes. After thinking that, Kangxiu raised his head to gaze at the corpse spirit in the sky and said in a cold voice, I'll take your life. You'll pay for that statement. The corpse spirit's eyes were filled with anger at his words. Is that so, with you? You're not worthy. Yet, Kangxia coldly snorted, then prepared to invoke the heavenly tribulation to break through the divine separation stage. But right at this moment, the blood knife in his hand suddenly erupted, with a piercing blood light, drawing several people present to watch. Kangxia was shocked and hastily stopped his breakthrough, looking at the blood knife in his hand with a surprised expression. The corpse spirit also gazed in, a hint of surprise flashing through his green and ghostly eyes. Boom! Suddenly, the blood knife shone brightly and rushed out a figure that was completely condensed by murderous aura. He was like a world-defying killing god, stepping on the rolling river of blood. Appearing in the skies above the Kangxia, gazing coldly at the corpse spirit, the monstrous killing chair hovered around the blood shadow, forming a blood dragon roaring. A massive might enveloped the entire white bone earth. Kangxia was shocked. He felt that the last layer of seal arranged by his big senior brother above the blood knife was completely shattered, and the might of a king-grade treasure weapon exploded from above the blood knife. Suddenly, Kangxia looked up at the blood shadow in the sky. His eyes filled with shock and doubt as he faintly murmured, "Is this eldest senior brother?" The answer was yes. As soon as the blood shadow came out, a boundless killing aura filled the entire space. and the blade condensed from killing aura tore through the void and killed the corpse spirit. This was the attack of the great perfection of the killing arcane. It was also eldest brother's best move. It suddenly dawned on Kangxia that the last layer of seals left behind by eldest senior brother was meant to seal away a trace of his will projection and then save his life at a critical time. In the sky above the white bone earth, eldest senior brother's will projection executed supreme divine abilities, beating the corpse spirit without any power to fight back. A combined stage-sealed Emperor powerhouse and a combined stage-sealed King powerhouse were not on the same level at all. The powerful corpse spirit, even with the skeleton of a loose immortal, was no match for eldest senior brother's will projection, and the battle in the arena showed a lopsided trend. The three of them, Kangxia, watched in disbelief from below. The situation was so reversed that they didn't react at once. I didn't realize that eldest senior brother had kept this hand. While Kangxia was shocked, his heart was filled with emotion. Eldest senior brother had set up 4 layers of seals for his blood blade, so it could be said that he had good intentions. Perhaps I should give that heaven-breaking blade to eldest brother. After all, with my strength, using a half-immortal artifact would definitely be met with jealousy. It would be better to let eldest brother enhance his strength. Kangxia made an instant decision in his heart. Boom! Suddenly, an explosion came from the sky, causing the three of Kangxia to look over, only to see that the powerful corpse spirit, which was ultimately unable to defeat eldest brother's will projection, was chopped into 2 halves. I'm not willing or ... The corpse spirit roared, its soul filled with unwillingness, gradually dispersing. Eldest brother's killing power had not only crushed his skeletal body, but also destroyed his soul. Even though the hallowed loose immortal had survived in his zombie body, he could not escape death in the end. This cultivation world was still so cruel. Even if one was as powerful as a loose immortal, there was still a moment when they would fall. After destroying the corpse spirit, the projection of eldest brothers will also gradually dissipated, and at this moment, the blood knife in Kangxia's hand had an even more murderous aura. This peak-level king-grade treasure weapon finally displayed its full power at this moment. Kangxia's 3 faces were filled with palpitations, but at the same time, they also felt the cruelty of the cultivation world. If it wasn't for the fact that the eldest senior brother had left a backhand this time, they would definitely die. Boom! A few moments later, the entire white bone earth suddenly shook, as an exquisite white jade, immortal mansion, broke out of the ground and slowly rose from the ground. This white jade immortal mansion was exactly the same as the Breaking Dawn immortal mansion they had seen, only that compared to the huge Breaking Dawn immortal mansion outside, this white jade immortal mansion was much smaller, just equivalent to the size of an ordinary palace. This should be the inner mansion of the Breaking Dawn immortal mansion. As long as we refine it, we can truly grasp the entire Breaking Dawn immortal mansion. Brahma's heart was well informed and said with a smile. Little Gold was instantly surprised when he heard this and said, "So, the inheritance left behind by the dawn-breaking immortal is in here. It should be." Brahma's heart nodded and laughed. "Go in." Kangxia greeted the 2 of them as they entered the white jade immortal mansion together. The scenery within the immortal mansion was very beautiful, with green mountains, green water, and a variety of palaces, the whole looking like a beautiful city. Of course, for Kangxia's trio, whether the scenery was beautiful or not was not important. What mattered was the treasures. Within the immortal mansion, there were a total of 749 palaces, arranged in accordance with a marvelous formation, looking very splendid. On a green hill not far away, many precious medicinal herbs were planted. These herbs had grown for over 1,000 years and exuded a thick fluctuation of spiritual energy. At a glance, one could tell that they were not mortal. Fortune, fortune, with these medicinal herbs, in the future, we'll have all kinds of pills. Little Jin was instantly excited. Brahma Din, who was on the side, was full of doubts. Although these herbs are precious, but apart from handing them over to the sect in exchange for some contribution points, it's not a big deal. Is there a need to be so excited? He was not a fan of medicinal herbs. After all, without a powerful alchemist, even if there were more medicinal herbs, they would be useless and not as important as the king-grade treasure weapon left behind by the broken dawn-scattered immortal. In response, Kang Tia and Zijin smiled at each other. Brahma wasn't excited. That was because he didn't know about the existence of the Dan Emperor. As a Dan Dao patriarch, as long as there were enough herbs, the Dan Emperor was able to provide them with countless extremely high-quality pills. These pills were helpful whether it was to enhance their cultivation or to heal their wounds. Hehe, this medicinal garden left behind by the dawn-breaking scattering immortal is not bad. Most of the herbs are there. Even the herbs for refining the divine elemental pills are only a few short of the mark. Emperor Don's divine thoughts scanned the medicinal garden and said with a smile,